Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my March empties. Now last month I said my March empties would be banging and whatnot. Thankfully they are. It would have been so embarrassing to come here and say, guys, this month was May to see you guys next month. And I'm so proud of myself for finishing up the things that I have finished up. I know you must be thinking, proud of yourself for finishing things up? Girl, that's a stretch. But if you have even 1% of the hoarder mentality that I have, you would completely understand. Now, I've always been this way that as soon as I see a product has just a few uses left, I would keep it aside and save it for a rainy day. That rainy day never comes and that product lives in my vanity forever and ever and ever. And this year, it's my project to move all of those products out of my collection and use them up in the totality. But that's not why you're here. You're here to listen to me talk about my empties, their reviews and everything in between. So without any further ado, if you want to know what all I emptied in the month of March, then please keep on watching. Let's start off with some hair care. Since I had no empties in my last month, I knew I would be finishing up a shampoo and conditioner for sure this month. So my first empties come from the house of Aveda. It's the Damage Remedy Restructuring Shampoo and Conditioner. Now I have colored hair, so anything that says restructuring, remedy, replenish just automatically draws me towards it, but sadly this wasn't it for me. I felt like it was a nice mild shampoo and conditioner. It did not add any moisture to my hair, it did not add any shine or nourishment to my hair. I didn't feel any remedial purposes, neither did I feel any restructuring purposes, so I wouldn't be repurchasing this. I love Aveda as a brand and one of my favorite shampoo of all time, and conditioner as well comes from their cherry almond range, but this one is not it for me. Then I finished the last hair pack that I had purchased from Biolage to try out. I'm talking about their Colorlast hair pack. Now this one I would say sits second on my rating, the green one being my least favorite and the yellow one, the smooth proof, being my favorite of them all. I felt like this worked like a conditioner. I didn't see any miraculous results with my hair color with this, neither were they too moisturized. The yellow one is so smoothing and so beautiful, so I would definitely be repurchasing the yellow one. This one I can definitely skip because it just felt like a over glorified conditioner and nothing more than that. My last hair care empty is something I've been talking about non-stop ever since the day I started using it. I'm talking about the Earth Collective Hair Moisturizer. I cannot wait to repurchase this product. It's such a beautiful product, you guys. Now this is a moisturizer consistency but for your hair. It's so easy to apply. It just makes your hair so smooth, so nourished, so moisturized, but it doesn't make it limp or greasy or heavy like a lot of serums can sometimes. It's very easy to go overboard with serums, but it's very easy to not go overboard with this one. It just makes your hair look so well put together. I love this product. It's so easy to use. Highly recommend this one. Moving on to skincare, I have a makeup remover to kick things off. I have my Belif cleansing oil fresh with me right here. Now this is a beautiful makeup cleansing oil that breaks everything down and emulsifies really quickly as well. However, purchasing this or not would definitely depend on your budget, since this is on the steeper side of things. There are a lot of other balms and oils available in the market that work in the same manner and are priced much lesser than this is at. So if you want to feel a little bougie, then you can definitely go for this, as it's a beautiful product. Moving on to face wash, I have Zilch On Cloud 9 with me right here. Now I was trying this product out a while ago and then I just left a little bit in here, so I thought, you know what, it's time to let this product go. Now as the name suggests, this is a jelly like consistency. It's a milky jelly consistency, and honestly it's not my most favorite. It feels like I'm washing my face with a moisturizer. Since this does not lather or foam up too much, I'm not asking for the most amount of sulfates in my face wash. I know they can be drying or stripping, but this one does not lather up at all, so it wasn't my most favorite feeling. So I'm so happy that it's moved out of my collection. I don't have to think about it any longer. This won't get expired, but I won't definitely be repurchasing it. Then I have a lot of empties from a brand called as Specifix. This is from their Hydra facial kit. Now back in the day I did a paid partnership with them, which I never got paid for, but that's all right. Let's talk about the product and what it is. Now Specifix is a sister brand of VLCC, so they do have a lot of R&D and backing to their name, and this one is actually a nice facial kit. Me and my mom both really liked it, and that's why we finished it up. We had kept it for a special occasion, but with the pandemic and everything, that's not coming anytime soon. So we finished it up and I really enjoyed this one. Now this one lasted for way longer than what they had suggested. They said this would last you for about 6 uses, and this lasted for probably like 10 or 12 uses, so that's like double the amount, which is great. And this did not break me out. A lot of facials at home or in salon tend to break me out, but this one did not. So I don't even know if Specifix is a brand any longer or not, because I don't see them around. If it is, I would highly recommend this one to you guys. Then I have two clay masks that I want to talk about. They are from different brands and everything, but they were finished up in the same way, so I want to quickly talk about them. I have Himalaya's Purifying Neem Pack as well as Clarisonic's Detoxifying Clay Mask with me right here. Now, back in the day, I was a simp for the Himalaya one. I used to love it so much. I feel now it's a little too strong for me. Same thing with Clarisonic. It was slightly too detoxifying for me. Clarisonic is not even a brand any longer, so you know it's been a while since I've had this. And that's why I wanted to tell you guys how we actually finished it up. And I said we because my mom actually finished the remnants of whatever was in here. She actually just applied it all over her body. For face, they were a little too old, I'm not gonna lie, but for body, they were still fine and they didn't react on her, so that's great. But yeah, if you have any old clay mask lying around, just apply them on your body. It's summertime, it would also cool you down a little. It's not as harsh as it is on the facial skin, so it's a great way to use your products up and make sure they're not going to waste. But yeah, when you talk about repurchasing, I'm not going to be repurchasing either. One, because it's too strong for me. Two, because I can't repurchase it, so they go into the recycling bin and the reusing bin because they are out of my collection for good. Moving on, I have Dr. Belmeur's facial hydrator with me right here. Now, this is something I'm not the biggest fan of since it's not moisturizing enough for me. Even in the summer times, I feel like my skin is a little parched with this on. So the way that we finished it up was I used it as a layering moisturizer. So I layered it underneath an oil so that it can retain some moisture in there and it's not as heavy or greasy underneath an oil. Sometimes when you apply a lot of moisturizer or a heavy thick emollient moisturizer underneath an oil, it can become slightly too much even for someone as dry as me, but this one made sure that there was a nice balance going on. Now, if you're someone who is extremely oily or if you live in a very hot and humid condition, you might actually end up really liking this, but for me, just not enough. We have a face mist in the house next up, and with the summer season right here, this is going to be a regular occurrence in my Empties video. But today I have the Plum Green Tea Revitalizing Facial Mist with me right here. Now, as much as I like the product, I have an issue with the packaging since the mister is a little too strong and it spurts out so much product on your face with so much strength and force. It's not the best experience. So yes, the product might be good, but the experiential overall is not the best. So even if I want to repurchase it, I would refrain from it a little bit because, you know, it's about the experience as well. I had to take it on my hands and apply it on my face, which I can do with just a normal toner as well. I wouldn't be purchasing a face mist for that purpose. So for now, I won't be repurchasing this, but if Plum decides to look into the packaging, maybe revamp it a little bit, then definitely yes. I want to talk about a serum next up. I have Vaunt's Vitamin C water with me right here. Now, this is a hybrid between a toner and a water because the consistency of this product is like water. So it's extremely thin, extremely liquidy. Now, because this came in a dropper-like packaging, it had some issues. Now, vitamin C is extremely prone to oxidization. With that being said, it was my bad that I kept this aside for a while after trying it for a few days, and that led to very rapid oxidization as well. However, even after oxidizing, this was pretty effective on my skin. So essentially, down the line, I would like to repurchase this and use it when it's completely potent and see how it performs on my skin. Even after oxidization, it did perform really nicely. So I was highly impressed with that fact. So I would definitely give this another shot, but once I'm done moving a couple of other serums out of my collection. Then I finally finished my Forest Essential Cane Sugar Lip Scrub. Now, I have talked about this a lot of times on my channel because I despise this product. The texture is very waxy, very thick, the granules are not evenly distributed and they just melt off even before you get enough time to scrub your lips. So I just use it before shower, not expecting it to miraculously exfoliate my lips and get me the smoothest lips of all times. You actually don't even need a particular lip scrub. You can use sugar, you can use toothbrush, a microfiber cloth and so many other things to exfoliate the dead skin from your lips very gently and effectively. So a lip scrub is definitely more of a want than a need in anyone's life, and this one is neither for me. I'm so glad this moves out of my collection. I do think I have another one of this lying somewhere. I'll have to figure it out where it is because I have lost a couple of things here and there, so I'll have to figure it out. But for now, this one goes out. But this is a nice repurposable dibby, and this is definitely going to be repurposed in something or the other. Maybe store a little bit of kesar or something because it's the perfect size for kesar. So I'm going to be sanitizing it and storing something or the other in here for sure. Moving on, let's talk about some lip balms. And yes, I said lip balms and not lip balm because I did finish out a couple of them. Now again, I was trying to save these up because I know some of them are harder to procure now than the others, and I was just like, I need to savor them, and I had to realize I can't savor them if they expire in my cupboard. I need to bring them out and actually use them. And I've been really diligently, rotating through my lip balms. I've been keeping one at my side table, one in my bag, one at my vanity. So I constantly am working on a lot of lip balms so that all of them get love from my side. But let's talk about the ones that did actually end up finishing this month. The first one I have is by NYX. It's their This Is Everything Lip Oil, and honestly, this is everything and more. I have talked about this product so many times, I can't even tell you guys, but this is not really available on Nykaa. Like, NYX is in a weird phase right now. Some things are available, some things are not, some things never come back in stock. So I don't know what's happening with them, but I would highly beg NYX to get this bag, because this is honestly everything. I love this lip oil so much. It's so moisturizing, so nourishing. You can also use it as a gloss. You don't really need to use anything after this. This does have a very slight tint to it, a very slight pinky tint that's universally flattering. I can keep going on and about this because this is a beautiful product. Next up, I finished the Face Shop Lip Care in the variant Shea Butter. Again, I have talked about this lip balm quite a few times. Now, this is a semi-solid sort of a lip balm, so it's kind of molten and you just squeeze the product out, and I did cut it out to make sure I used every last drop of it. I really like this lip balm. It's very nice, very moisturizing, protecting and nourishing. So if you have a little extra budget, because I think this does retail for around 450 rupees, but it does last you a very long time since you don't need a lot of product in one go, definitely check this one out. My last lip balm empties for my affordable queens out there, because this is unbeatable. I have Vaseline's Lip Care in the variant Cocoa Butter with me right here. Again, I did actually end up cutting it to make sure I use every little drop of it. It's another semi-solid sort of a lip balm that moisturizes and protects your lips so well. Now, this one I don't think is available online, but this is available in a nearby Kirana shop or a drugstore, at a chemist. It's easily available. I love this one so much. It's so moisturizing, so protecting. Of course, this is a petroleum jelly base. If you are someone who's not the biggest fan of that, then you might not be into it. But for me, petroleum jelly doesn't really blacken my lips or harm my lips. It works for me. It moisturizes my lips, and that's what I care about at the end of the day. I really like this one. This is such a good product at this price and the quantity that you get. It's honestly unbeatable. Time for some body care now. Starting off with my shower gel, which I think I finished in the first week of March. It was pretty early on when it was still chilly and cold in Delhi, and thankfully so, because what I finished is definitely meant for the winter season. I have my Body Shop Gel Creme in the Shea Butter variant. Basically, this is a body wash but in a creamy consistency that makes sure your skin feels moisturized and nourished and not stripped down. So this was my winter body wash. It's a nice body wash. However, I'm not the biggest fan of the fragrance, since it felt more like an aftershave than a shea butter. I don't know what you're supposed to expect from a shea butter. It's supposed to smell very nutty and all of that, but this one wasn't it for me. But thankfully, Body Shop shower gel's fragrance don't really last long, so I was thankful for it for the first time in my life that it wasn't lasting on my body at all. Will I repurchase this? I mean, I would like the consistency of this, but the fragrance of something else. That is something I'm looking forward to, so that I would definitely repurchase. This one, I don't think so I will. I have another Body Shop empty. It's their Wild Argan Exfoliating Body Scrub Gel, and it's a beautiful product. This is something I would definitely repurchase. Now, this is a gel-based body scrub with the right amount of scrubbing beads in there, the right amount of exfoliation and grittiness. I love this so much. It was such a nice experience to scrub my body with this. I really enjoyed it, and I love the sizing of it as well. This is something you can actually finish out. This is a mini, I think. This is not the full size. However, with a product like this, I can see myself repurchasing a full size as well, because of the amount of enjoyment I had with this product. A lot of times I don't end up using a lot of my body scrubs because they're slightly too harsh or they melt too quickly, but this one just ticked all of the right boxes, and I highly recommend this one. Then I finished another one of my Nivea body deodorizer. Now, this one has been a frequent flyer in my empties video because I freaking love this one so much. Now, Nivea does my favorite body deodorizers hands down. I have tried to go natural, non-aerosol, non-everything, but I come back to this because I love this so freaking much. Now, I don't use this to smell good, but I use this to not smell bad. This makes sure my body odor is taken care of, and in the summer season, that is everything. I can rely on this. I can depend on this. They have some other variants. I love the rose variant in this as well. I already have a backup of this, which I am currently using. Highly recommend this one. This is a no gas formulation as well, so that's good because you get a bang for your buck. This would last you for a really long time. Guys, I finished not one but two perfumes this month. Now, these are travel sizes, so they were in my handbag 24/7. So whenever I was stepping out or just traveling, these were what I carried with me, and I used to just spritz them on to refresh myself. I have my Plum Body Loving perfumes in the variant Orchid You Not and Trippin' Mimosa with me right here. Now, before I talk about the individual fragrance, let's talk about the products together. I love the sizing of this. I love the pricing of this. These are pretty long lasting, so you don't need a lot of reapplication, so I love that for me. Now, let's talk about the individual fragrances. Starting off with Orchid You Not, which is a very beautiful mellow floral fragrance. It's not nauseating at all. It has a slightly powdery feel to it, so it's very lightweight. So if you are someone who doesn't like heavy fragrances, you can definitely try this one out. But for me, the surprise was Trippin' Mimosas. Now, I'm generally not inclined towards a lot of citrusy fragrances. I'm more of a woody, amber, oudhy sort of a person, but this one blew me away. It's so well layered, so complex, has a little bit of oud in there to ground it. It's such a beautiful fragrance. I would definitely be picking this one up again because I loved it. This one I can see myself repurchasing, but once I'm done moving a lot of my other perfumes out of my collection, I do have the other variants which will be going in my bag next time. Time to finish off this video strong with some makeup empties. Since I've quite a few going on this video, I've been working on a lot of products and finally some of them are done. Now this first one is technically not done, but I'm counting it as done. I have Benefit How to Look Good at Everything book with me right here, and I am in the shade medium. Basically, this was a kit consisting of mini products, which I think is great. Benefit that way. There's a lot of value kits out there. You can actually try products out without investing in the full sizes, because if it doesn't work out, that can be a bummer. The thing is that it had a lot of mini products in here that were portable, so you can just move them, but the face powder wasn't. It was stuck in here, and it was very difficult for me to pick out this bulky packaging just for the face powder and to use that one up. Finally, I have depotted it, so hopefully that would be getting used up pretty soon. But I really like the whole packaging and the concept of it. It's really cute. It also has a mirror in there, so that's pretty handy dandy. Benefit knows its packaging game, so I will be keeping this as a keepsake, but as a makeup, I'm counting this as an empty. Then I have a concealer empty, and it's been a while, a hot minute since we had a concealer empty, no? But today I have my Pack Take Cover Concealer with me right here. Now I don't know my shade since it came on a sticker that flew away a while ago, so I can't really tell you what shade I am in. But basically this is a medium buildable concealer with a beautiful gel-like consistency. I really liked it. It does not sit dry on the under eyes. It has a really nice life to it as well. The longevity is pretty good. I really like this concealer, and that's why I could empty it out. I was using this every single time I was doing my makeup from January to I think mid-March, I would like to say ideally, but of course I did have some usage on this prior to that as well. It's a really nice concealer. It's a budget-friendly concealer as well, so if you are on the lookout for a medium buildable coverage concealer that has a nice shade range, is affordable, then definitely check this one out. I do have a lot of backups from this. I have their whole shade range, and some of the shades do still match me, and I am getting a little tan this time. I am getting a little sun, so you can see there's a little change in my color as well, so hopefully I can make use of the other shades as well. I'm so glad this one is done. I can't wait to work on some other concealers and get them moving out of my collection. I finished a full freaking size of a MAC Fix Plus, you guys. Now this is the older packaging. They now have revamped the packaging where it says Fix Plus right here in a big bold fun font. So you know it was time I needed to finish this one up. I have a lot of backups of this, so I cannot wait to just deep dive into them because I have a lot of other variants that I'm going to try from them as well. But do I need to tell you how much I love it? It has been in my Diwali collaboration with MAC both years because I love this one so much, so much. I think the kit with this one is still available on Nykaa. If it is, I will leave a link for you guys in the bottom bar because it's on a value deal. You are not gonna get that deal anywhere, anytime. This is such a beautiful product, guys. You can use it in so many different ways. You can use it as a primer, as a setting spray. You can wear your eyeshadows. Essentially, what you can do with other setting sprays is what you can do with this spray, but it does it better. We have some more Benefit empties, and this time from the eyebrow section because I love Benefit brows. The first one being Precisely My Brow. Now, this is a micro fine brow pencil. It's such a beautiful pencil. It's probably my most favorite eyebrow product of all times, and that's why this is not my first empty. I have emptied this out multiple times before. The only thing is I go through this like water, but I love this stuff so much. It's not waxy, not creamy, it's just the right consistency. It just gives you the best hair strokes ever. Love this one so much, and I do think now they have a mini of this as well, which is great if you want to try it before you buy it. But yeah, overall highly recommend this. I have a backup of this already waiting for me, but I am trying to focus on my other eyebrow products as well because I don't want to hyper focus on just this one because I know I already love it so much. I know I can go through this one. I need to try out other products as well. Need to give this one a break, but love it to bits. And the second brow empty I have is my BenefitGimme Brow. Basically, this is an eyebrow mascara with a little bit of fiber in there, so it adds color as well as volume to your brows. I love this stuff so much. This is a lazy girl's best friend. You just have to brush this through your brows and it's done. I have been at it since a while now, so finally it gave up on me. I don't know if it dried down or I finished every little thing up because you can't really see, you can't really tell, but this is done. I have another backup of this lying around. There are dupes of this available. I have talked about it, so I will leave links for you guys up in the eye if you want to know dupes, but this is love. If you want to spend a little extra on your brows, this is the ultimate product to go for because it's one step and you can do it easily. My last two empties I want to credit completely to Project Pan since it did remind me to use these products up. Otherwise, they would have lived in my collection for as long as you can imagine. The first thing I emptied out is my NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Black Bean. This was practically new when I rolled it into my project last year. I did do some creative looks with it, which did increase my usage, but even without that, I was using it as a liner as well as a kajal, so that helped in the usage, and now I can't sharpen it, I can't get anything out of it, and I'm so glad because it took a while to finish this up, and that's why I don't think I will be repurchasing it because of the crazy amount of time you need to finish it up. So of course, if you are someone who wears a liner like a pencil liner or a kajal on the daily, this is something that would last you for a while, so it's a bang for your buck. It's creamy, it's emollient, it's jet black, and it does last for a while. If you're someone who loves smoky eye, this is a great base for that as well. For me, I'm just glad I'm done with this and I'm moving it out of my collection. And finally, for my last empty, I have my Stila lip glaze in the shade Apricot with me right here. Now, I did finish this up in my last Project Pan update and I wanted to share with you guys in this empties video as well. Now, this is my second Stila lip glaze empty and I'm so glad I'm finally using them up. I think I have 5 or 6 more to go through because I did buy in like a set. But I'm glad that I'm using them up because they're beautiful, you guys. They're so lightweight, they're not sticky, the gloss stays on for a while. So I'm just sad that I didn't give them their due earlier, but I think when I bought them, we had just entered the matte revolution. So yeah, we're back to the gloss life now. So finally they are getting used up. I'm not even sure if they are available any longer or not. If they are, definitely pick them up. They do have some beautiful tints in there as well. I have some darker lip glosses as well that I can't wait to wear once we enter the winter season again, which seems really far right now since we've just started with summers. But overall, love these lip glosses, highly recommend them. But yes, with that we finished this empties video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. It feels like I've been talking forever and ever and ever, which I think I am. The timeline is probably a little cray-cray, but that's all right. I'm so happy about this empties video. I'm just so glad we have been emptying stuff out. Also, let me know what did you empty out in the month of March. I would love to know your empties as well. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out of breath. A lot of you guys get out of breath when I talk too fast, so you guys might be out of breath as well. Let's grab some water after this and relax a little, you know. Let's relax a little. Also hydrate yourself because it's summertime. I'm making this outro way too long for no reason whatsoever. So I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Bye.